Re-Zero, Arc 9, Prologue, A New Journey.
As she held the reins in the driver's seat of the dragon carriage, the girl looked directly ahead. The girl bore lovely facial features and gave off a cute impression. Until recently, she would have been described as childish without exception, but she had grown taller and matured, which made that description no longer applicable. The formerly childish young girl had blossomed into a graceful figure that went above and beyond all expectations. However, this was not something that was achieved by idly passing the time, but was the result of the girl's own tireless self-improvement. It was the manifestation of the results of her daily efforts to face the mirror and continue to challenge herself to become a better person for tomorrow. Petra Lete. That was the name of the cute girl whose pride was evident even on her face. Holding the reins of the dragon carriage as she firmly steered the jet-black ground dragon, Petra was aware of the important role she carried on her slender shoulders, entrusted with the lives of the group. Then, from beside the serious-looking Petra, a voice called out, "He why? ? Petra-chan, you've changed your hairstyle a little. Is that a braid I see he re?" As they said that, their fingers reached out to caress Petra's hair without permission. Turning her head to avoid their touch, Petra looked back at her companion with a sidelong glance. They seemed unhappy that Petra had avoided their touch. "Petra, right now, I'm the driver of this dragon carriage, you know? Isn't it dangerous if you disturb me? ? Calling me a disturbance would be an exaggerati on. Isn't it just a little bit of skinship? Bessie Des, even if you look away for a moment, we can count on Patrash Cha-en. Re-GHT, Patrash, Dodo-Jiwan. Petra, I won't spoil you either, Patrash-chan." Petra chided the ground dragon, who had neighed in response to being called upon. Patrash, a gentle and proud creature, seemed to listen to Petra's words with elegance, wagging its tail in response. After she had witnessed this, Petra glared at the person who had tried to get the ground dragon to take their side. "Petra, Meili-chan? ? Yeah, I understand. Geez, don't make such a scary farce. Petra, it's not scary. It's cute, right? ? I guess so." Waving and fluttering her hand, the young girl Meili replied to Petra's question in a perfunctory manner. There was something she wanted to say about her attitude, but it could also be said to be proof that she had opened up to her. Initially, there had been no such impression, but Meili had become quite talkative. She was a very different person from the one she had met in the mansion's confinement room. Or perhaps, she had felt lonely while Petra and the others were away in the Empire. "Petra, maybe it's just a cute way of sulking." "Meili, I feel like you're saying something a bit che-eki." Petra placed a finger to her lips, and Meili, who was quick to notice her thoughts, glared at her with her piercing eyes. It was not just Meili, but a small scorpion crawled out from within her blue hair as it stirred. That scorpion, which they called the Little Crimson Scorpion, began to protest against Petra by snapping its pincers. Petra had no choice but to smile bitterly on the lively driver's bench, and then she realized. The reason why Meili, the Little Crimson Scorpion, and even Patrash were making it so lively. Considering the purpose of this trip, the atmosphere would inevitably become serious. "Petra, thank you, Meili-chan." "Meili. I don't know what that's about, but it doesn't feel so bad to be then ked." "Petra, liar." Petra stuck out her small tongue at Meili's side profile, who was resting her chin in her hands with her elbows on her lap. The dragon carriage that was carrying the young girls along with their precious companions continued on its journey. That was a resolution sought by one who had found themselves at a loss in facing something that had been lost in the Volakian Empire. After having concluded the battle against the great disaster, this was the path to reach the possibility of showing them how.